Well, I'll go down and have breakfast.
I'll probably join him.
I imagine they have a sort of breakfast deal going on.
And,
And
I probably need something for that massive hangover my character has to have.
Yeah.
I only had one drink. Albeit it was like a fancy whiskey, but still.
Don't you have like
I
a cure headache spell?
I could probably just cure light wounds, but that seems like a stupid idea.
I know what I mean. If your guy's in suffering, you'd think you'd
Yeah.
do it.
I think I'm gonna get some
Uh,
breakfast.
Totally feels like a waste.
I know, but purposes of role playing, sometimes you do stupid shit.
Yeah, I feel like he'd just suffer through it,
Okay.
heal it normally. That's a restoration of level 3. Yeah, totally gonna be able to cast that.
Yeah, bro. It's easy.
What you
So,
gotta do is get a wand.
I have the, full English bacon, eggs, all that jazz.
I'm gonna have something greasy.
Is this like part of the. Is it like
Just
a bed
lots
and
of
board, or
bacon.
do we have to pay something extra for this?
Well, depending on how long this game's gonna last, we could just set up, I can't remember what they're called.
A tab?
No, well, the tab, yeah, but there's a tax thing where you can set like your living style, like your cost of living, and it's like, poor, medium, wealthy, rich, and then you don't have to keep track of anything under a certain amount,
Alright.
and it like every month you have to pay a tax of a certain amount to stay in that category, and if you can't pay the tax, you drop to the next one that you can't afford.
Vermont hears some young girls giggling when he approaches the fruit table. Hey there, he says with a grin and winks to them.
I'm gonna let that go. Totally.
I think you would be more concerned about the headache you're having at the
Yeah, that's why I'm not mad at him.
I'm fine. So
Well, he has like 14 charisma, you have to, It's the
Well,
perks of having that stat so high.
I've got 16, but I'm
Jesus.
pretty sure priest not gonna get laid.
I don't know. I can justify putting the 18 in charisma. Fanta. Whoa, Fanta and pizza. Let me see. Wall of text. Minus 2
Alright.
AC worth it for Vermont hosting an orgy every night? What the fuck? A middle-aged woman approaches you, clearly frightened and in trouble. She's carrying a baby next to her chest with one hand and a small child next to her leg with the other. Like she's carrying the child on her leg? That's impressive.
No, she's just like keeping him with her. Keeping
Hello,
him up.
heroes. My name. Can you please stop typing? Because it scrolls everything down. My name is Amel Barrett. For the last night, my poor Irene here can't sleep. Has been saying that a goblin lives in her. Her? That's a dude? Aaron, sorry. Can't sleep. Goblin lives in. God damn it, I said stop typing. I can't. It keeps scrolling down. Has been saying that a goblin lives. God damn it.
Okay, let's give him a moment. Goblin lives in his closet.
We thought they were just nightmares, as we all saw how one of those wicked. You're wasting your own time. Creatures lit a cat on fire while we were hiding in the attack, but last night, last night our poor dog Petal was murdered by one of those creatures. And look at my poor Aaron's arm. The poor kid's arm are covered with small bites. They seem from a small creature, maybe a goblin, or, a cat or dog, something more domestic. My brave husband ran into the room to find our poor dog murdered by that creature, and he was trying to eat my poor son alive. He managed to scare him, and then it ran to a hole in the closet. Please, he's no warrior. Go help him, please. Next to her leg. What? Oh yeah, alright, okay.
Next to her leg. Wait, what? Oh, right. Sorry, that was from earlier. I say we go help her.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to. I mean, you know. Wait, so we're going to. So our husband's dealing with the pest, and we're going to help?
Apparently.
Okay. Because, you know, I had to obviously take my time reading it, and I couldn't follow it. Because people were being dicks. Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm good, so we now finish. I quickly finish eating my plate of food, and then I bravely stand up and go, lead the way.
I'm gonna slap Vermont in the back of the head and follow you.
I probably roll my eyes at Vermont.
Just so we're clear, my mouth was stuffed with food, so it didn't sound like lead the way. It sounded like blah, blah.
Hurry! You might not have much time!
Well, you know, we're following you, bitch. So we can only go as fast as you with your carrying of children. Just so we're clear, where is this house? Is it like in the middle of town?
It's 4 miles into the woods. Not too far. It's about half a day.
His husband's already dead by now. I mean, her husband. Not his.
So that's a yes on the middle of the town?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Of course she runs in, 'cause damn bitch. So wait, does she? Where are the kids?
All with her.
Are the kids still with the mother, or are they like outside? With us?
Well, I'm assuming we're still with her. We'd be like right with her.
Okay.
Did you seriously pick that flaw, Nathaniel?
Yup.
Yeah.
What flaw did he take?
Can't remember the name of it.
Lustful, or I forget.
Didn't he say
Overconfident. That's
overconfident?
it.
Yeah. Okay.
You see an adult human down in the floor, upper half of his body inside a hole in the floor of the closet. You can also see a dead dog in a pool of blood next to the bed. Well, I've seen Starship Troopers, so I know how this ends.
I'm gonna go check the person to see how they're doing.
Wait. Just so we're clear, is the person in distress?
In what? Distress? I'm assuming since they're laying down, they're in distress. They're laying down, half of them missing. I assume they're in distress.
They're not lying down. They have, like... They're in a hole.
Oh. The upper half. So, I'm gonna go try to pull them out, I guess.
Are we on the top or bottom floor?
I wouldn't assume there were that many floors
On
in
the top
houses.
floor. So I immediately rush downstairs to try and find the room that's beneath this one. Badoy.
I'm assuming it's a single level house.
Yeah, well, this is why I asked these questions. Okay, fair enough. In that case, yeah, I try and help to pull this guy out.
So.
And by the way, I'm pretty sure it's a... No.
It's a trap, but, you know.
Yeah.
You pull the human from the hole. You feel a little resistance at first, but soon you manage to pull him out from the hole. He has a bad cut on his neck, but barely bleeds. A few moments later, you hear a goblin scream, and one of the green big heads appears from the hole. Surprise, but
okay?
sex.
Is the guy okay?
Well, he has a small cut, but it's not like bleeding profusely.
yeah.
So I assume, yeah.
Should we be in the house now,
Yeah,
John?
you need to change map, GM. We can't see anything. Unless you want to do this like play-by-play, no miniatures type of deal.
Back in the old day of first edition, we didn't have no miniatures or grids. We just had to use our imagination.
Yeah, so yeah, it is imagination fine.
Alright. So wait, this guy, can I check how he's doing as my first round action?
I was saying he's
See
gonna
if I need
obviously
to heal
put
him?
the turn of initiative up so you can at least see the order. You can at least do that.
Alright.
Because obviously we haven't got access to the tokens, so we can't add our shit.
Do you just want to create a blank page and stick our tokens on it?
I'm sure he has one already like that. So what I do when
Probably,
I'm
but-
GM, I have a blank page with every single token I use in a campaign. It's nice for just copy pasta reasons.
I was just messing around with it the other day, and every token I've used so far, I've got in there. Maps and everything.
Mm.
So,
It's
yeah,
handy
it's
because,
good.
when you're moving tokens from map to map, sometimes, shit goes bad or whatever.
Can't believe I rolled a frickin' 7.
Ask Rich that he's been getting shit rolls like start of the game, and now he's got like what, 19?
Well, I rolled a 13, it's only because I have a +6 to my initiative, because I'm awesome.
You need to pop that in there, British.
No, okay, I thought I was 19.
Alright.
I enjoy how he just put us in the middle of the harbor.
Did he?
Yep, scroll down.
Oh yeah.
There's the goblin.
Godzilla!
And apparently I'm the only one on dry land. Probably swimming. I'm like, well, actually not on dry land, I'm on docks.
Oh, I like my Godzilla attitude.
I don't know if we were supposed to leave him alone, but I moved it. Just around a bunch.
Okay, well, Vermont, you're first up. Was Vermont standing over the hole? I know.
I know you and I tried to pull the dude out, but...
I know, I'm assuming we're relatively close to the hole, considering you pulled the dude out of it.
He rolls an awesome feint and should attack.
With the +2, we'll probably hit. Oh, he reversed his rolls to try to counteract that attack shit.
It worked in one way, but in another way it didn't.
Yeah, he's gonna fail the feints now. Literally critical failure to feint. Does that mean he literally faints?
14, that's a paddling. Okay, my turn. I grab the dude who's, I'm assuming, still on the floor.
Do a heal check if you'd like.
No,
Or are you
I'm
try to
gonna
move him?
drag him as far away as I can from the fight, as well as yell to the family to, get out of the room.
Is that your whole turn?
I assume that will be my whole turn, because I'm dragging the dude.
I say you pop your guy back a couple feet. Just, you know, a couple squares. And
I'm
then,
just
like,
giving
move.
us room to fight, basically.
Yeah. I mean, I assume you're a little bit farther back now. Gonna make it... I don't know how... I guess
They ran away. Okay, so the dude wasn't hurt that bad, apparently.
I don't know, I'll do a check on him.
Well, did he run away or just the family? Because I don't think... Would the family just run away and leave the husband? Really?
Can I do a heal check and still attack? I know I'm 5 feet away, but... I guess I wouldn't be 5 feet away, I'd be right next to it. So...
Anyway, the guy is out of the way now, at least.
Because, I mean, I pulled the one dude out of the hole.
The goblin panics with fright, but slashes viciously at Vermont to attempt to fall the behemoth that stands before him.
Isn't Vermont like 4'2"?
I know, but it's a goblin, so...
The god looks very sacred.
Anything's a behemoth compared to a goblin. Except maybe, you know, a hobbit.
Or a child.
Nah, fair enough.
Alright, just gonna do a standard attack, nothing fancy. Gonna hit. I do shift damage. So I was too busy swinging my flail around, like just spinning it, I forgot to put some strength behind it.
Well, at least you hit him.
Yeah.
Arturi, Flame of the West.
Flame of the West, really?
I don't know. I just... The Flaming West. Don't you prefer?
Alright, there's my heal check on the one dude. I screw the roleplay crap, I just added it when I was making the macros just to...
Yeah.
Like, I just want to know how he's doing. Like, if I need to cast Rebuke Death on him or something. Can I... Would Rebuke Death help him? I'm assuming so. Because, I mean...
I thought you were supposed to be good, Vermont. Fuck.
He's good borderline chaos, neutral. I mean, good borderline neutral.
So, I'm gonna...
Good people don't usually let people die, though.
I agree. I'm gonna...
That is the
cast-
one thing good can do. I mean, stealing is one thing, but killing, that's another, or leaving to die is another.
Is Rebuke Death a touch spell?
Yeah, that looks more likely Vermont. You know, think Paragon.
Okay. I will, I'll attack then, and next round I will heal him. Wait, I thought I drew my weapon earlier, before we came in for light.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, that I mean, really? We pretty much figured there was trouble going down. I think we all, even I, would have loaded my gun, right?
Yeah. So I can attack, right? Or did I can't attack because I used the heal check, right? I didn't move. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna move to the dude where Axel pulled him, so I can heal him next turn.
I assume I basically pulled them out of the room. I don't know how big the room is, but I mean...
Whatever. I'll just move to the other dude and heal him next turn.
Okay. Vermont, you again. I mean, you know, it's one goblin. We don't need everyone attacking it.
He still can't hit, but he pulls off those feints almost every time.
I know. It's fucking amazing. I love how he's overconfident, but he can't hit anything. It's a great character.
It's the feints. It really is.
He's so caught up in the feint, he forgets to actually...
Yeah, he
hit 'em.
basically, he practices the flourish. And he's mastered the flourish, but actually hitting things, not so good.
Ouch.
Having pulled the guy out, I basically check his pulse, because, you know, no one told me he was dead.
You're not gonna attack?
No. I figured you guys got it, you know, handled.
It's just them.
I mean, we have our 2 melee guys attacking. I figure it's one goblin. If you guys can't deal with one goblin, the fuck.
Valid point.
It is. Second my heal. Yep.
That's one more than what...
No, it's one more.
Yeah.
I thought you said lower. Sorry.
I call for the Arturi to and proceed to tell him that I think he's dead, Jim.
You seriously
Did you
asked
really
him?
just call me Jim? We're making Star Trek jokes now.
It's a Star Trek joke.
Yeah.
That's pretty obvious. And then I proceed to
Bang!
basically move back into the room. Because I don't think I can shoot anymore.
Use your bayonet.
I have to take a turn to
No,
fix
he's
it.
saying he was out of the room, I thought, so.
I don't know. The GM doesn't make it clear where we are, so... I'm safely assuming I can, like, drag this guy out of the room. I'm assuming
Yeah.
these guys are relatively poor if they live in a single, you know, floor house.
Well, single floor houses weren't exactly, you know, were pretty common, especially, you know, back in the
Yeah,
day.
that's what I mean. But,
Like,
I mean,
I
I think it's
single
safe
floor
to assume
house.
this, you know, it's a bedroom, so it's relatively small.
Yeah.
I'm living in a single floor house. It's just that it's not tall, but it's really wide.
Yeah, I mean, it totally depends on where you are, what kind of, how many floors is normal.
I'm just saying, in retrospect to bedrooms, unless
Yeah,
you live
bedrooms
in
are
like a
small. I get it.
multi-story house, they're relatively small in size.
Yeah.
Small enough that you can drag a guy out in less than 6 seconds, I'm fairly sure.
Pretty much, yeah. So we're good. I mean, dragging like 15 feet. Next turn, hop back those 15 feet, you're good.
Yeah, that's what I meant. You know, he's out, like, next to the door.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
And he basically pulls the Vermont. Okay, that's something we should add. If it's a bad attack, we call that a Vermont roll.
Just sort of out of character, check the neck. He might be a vampire. I don't know.
I'm just gonna, heal him first. I don't think vampires take healing, do they?
If it's a vampire, you'd hurt him if you used a positive energy.
I don't know if Rebuke Death works that way, though. Takes 3 days. He can't be a vampire, so I'm assuming they just cut him in the throat.
Yeah. He's probably out of blood. That's why he's not spewing it anymore.
Yeah.
Well, it's my turn. Oh. Miss.
By the way, I would have totally told the lady, instead of coming up with us, to, warn the proper authorities, like the sheriff, to help us out. That's what I was going to do, but then she ran into the house, cause...
Which can explain... I think I can explain why that, some guy has a pile of shit on his head, but yet there's no, rest.
I'm sure she does, but I just, you gotta warn the sheriff about this shit. A possible goblin infestation in the town? Yeah.
Okay,
I think that's yeah, okay, possible goblin infestation, or some guy with a bunch of shit on his head. Well, one thing is possible, the other thing is confirmed, so we'll go with confirmed.
Okay, so, Harry, is there any way for me to tell how much health this guy has? Alright, well, I'm assuming, since he's, we think he's dead, he's at least below 0, so I'm gonna cast Rebuke Death. And I do 2.
High five. Fucking...
I don't know if spells critically fail, but I'm assuming he's dead.
That's probably not enough to help him.
Alright, I'm done helping him. Screw him.
Pull out your scimitar and crit.
I still have a move action, so I'm gonna move back towards the critter.
Surely you should, be banging on the wall going, "It never gets any easier!" And then just casually whistle as you walk away.
Just pull a Hawkeye and just freak out. Why do the good ones always die young?
Or you can pull a Dr. House and be like, I don't give a shit.
I'm just assuming I'm gonna go back try to kill the goblin.
yeah, Dr. House. Yeah, you're Dr. House. Yeah, he's dead. Let's go kill the goblin.
Yeah, it should be Vermont's turn still.
Why?
Because he didn't get one.
He did. He just attacked and missed.
No, I thought that was from the last... Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just...
Is Roll20 lagging for you or something?
I thought that was from the last turn.
Having gone back into the room, I immediately raise my gun, aim at the goblin, yell, "Motherfucker," and pull the trigger. I don't think that's a hit.
Well, it's touch AC.
I know,
right?
but I still don't think that's a hit. It's on the borderline. Yeah.
Ooh.
I think it's barely a miss, but it's still a miss. There's something about cold pizza that just reeks of pen and paper RPGs.
All you need is some Mountain Dew.
I got some
It's for
Fanta.
redneck-
It'll do.
It's for rednecks and nerds.
That is the main purpose of it, yes.
And I'm a redneck nerd. That means I really like my Mountain Dew.
The Goblin jumps scared when a bullet goes past his left ear, missing him for only a few itches. Itches? Indeed. Inches. Then he notices that the humans are in fact still around him and attacks Anowin.
His skull is crushed open.
Missing by miles. He starts to freak out. Anowin clubbers, hits him in the head, and spews blood
Oh
everywhere.
my god, he's still standing.
Still standing, but blood is spewed everywhere.
Wow, that's gonna make the CSI people's jobs really hard to do to figure out what happened to the guy.
Just so we're clear, the guy still has legs, right?
Yeah, his legs were sticking out of the up towards us. That's what was happening.
Oh,
Like, his
really? I
legs-
thought his torso
Yeah,
was up. Okay.
Nope, we pulled him out by his legs. They had his torso. That's probably how all his blood's gone. Like, they slit his throat and just drained all over.
Like, oh. Fucking Taken 2 over here.
Oh, that's right. You're using a flail, blunt weapon. Okay, I'm gonna attack him. Well, that was super useless. Look at that. I rolled a natural 3.
It's because you didn't cast a light spell on your scimitar. Your god was
I did.
displeased.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, that's what I did it when I pulled it out in case we needed light in the house, because, you know, not like they have electricity.
No, I figured it was. Well, you know, it's a house. Generally speaking, it is well lit.
I didn't know. Crap, they could have, you know, not had any candles around that day, no windows. Maybe it's not a house, maybe it's an apartment. I didn't know.
I've never seen people struggle so much to kill a single goblin before in my life.
I feel like he made it a harder goblin because there's only one.
Yeah, I just, you know, I start to whistle a tune to Staying Alive while I reload.
Staying alone.
Yeah, basically, people tend to forget that Goblin is a race. You can have so many class levels, and then a Goblin's a badass.
I figured you boosted his HP, because surviving, you know, what he's got, like...
A 4 and an 8, so he's got
Yeah,
12
he's got
damage
his-
on him right now.
Yeah. That's what my guy does. He whistles tunes while he reloads. It helps him concentrate.
Concentration's overrated. What you really need to do is just buy a slave to reload for you. Carry an extra gun.
That would be awesome. Have another guy, a servant, carrying another gun, and he'll reload while I shoot, and then I'll exchange. That would be awesome.
I'd rather listen to one of my, the songs currently on
How much do, like, servants cost, or, like...
Slaves?
hirelings.
Not
Couple
necessarily
hundred gold,
slave,
I
I'm
think.
talking, like, you know, a guy, I'll pay him and stuff.
Hirelings?
I can check, dude. I can open it up.
Fervent says 1 gold per day. That's nothing.
Adam.
Okay, there we go.
I will have to buy another gun first, actually, so...
Yeah, that'd be the expensive bit.
Once I
I
get
mean-
300 gold, I'm going to make my musket a masterwork one first. That's my immediate plan.
I'm assuming you wouldn't need a specially trained person, right? You could just, you know, get a regular servant and train them, right?
Well, I mean, do you need to know? Well, you probably know he needs to be specialized in firearms, I imagine, to reload it.
Okay, hirelings, servants, and services. Oh, we're discussing him possibly hiring someone to carry an extra gun and reload his gun for him.
And then, you know, give me the gun once he's reloaded it.
So basically, just firing a. It's basically they're firing a shot every turn.
I know, right? It sort of mitigates the whole.
Oh,
A trained hireling is worth 3 silver pieces a day, apparently.
Jesus, that's cheap.
okay.
They're like mercenaries, warriors, masons.
Yeah, but I
craftsmen,
mean, if we're
cooks.
going into like a place where there's actually gonna be shit going down, I could hire a guy.
But
Yeah.
but it's NPC levels, and British. If you want to do that and you want to do it for the long run,
I could
suggest keep
train
doing
May
that
to
for-
do it.
Keep doing that till level 7, and then get the leadership feats. So that way you can have a cohort that's doing that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could have like a fucking
Or
a
a
line
follower,
of
because a
dudes
follower would
just
be-
fire their muskets.
Oh
Fucking-
yes. I know my character. I'm going to get leadership because that's what she is. She is a leader. It's just that her group's been disorganized for a bit, just so that way they can feint that. They're basically feinting that they've been disbanded, but they have not. Oh, my turn.
You took 2 damage, by the way. Probably change your token to reflect so.
Yeah, reflect the flesh wound.
So apparently you can hire prostitutes depending on their level, or depending on their attractiveness.
You can hire
Depends on
anyone.
the price.
I know that for
Yeah.
a fact. It just finding location.
If you want a bunch of ugly hookers, it's 5 copper pieces a night for one. It's the cheapest.
We can just Assassin's Creed this thing,
So-
hire a bunch of hookers, mix in with them, do the prayer thing, then just walk into a brothel, unimpeached.
I don't know if that'd work for a guy, like especially my. Well, I mean, it depends. Oh, it's my turn.
No, but that's the point. You pretend that,
There's my attack. Pretty sure that's a hit. Pretty sure I killed him.
you pretend that these hookers belong to the brothel, and you're soliciting their services.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I saw this shirt that said, no one expected goblins to have such high AC, and behind them was an air conditioner like blowing out very fast.
Women finally hit something.
But he failed the feint, didn't he? Yep.
See? Wait, I'm supposed to do that backwards. So apparently, every single one of his feints was really supposed to be an attack, and vice versa.
I'm guessing it's dead because he's going with his wall of text. It's like, we don't have time for this, Captain.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
I'm only one listening, not listening to that song.
I'm not listening to it.
Oh. Well, I'm listening to the, it's actually this Easter egg in, Lego Lord of the Rings. It's just, it's a song, but it's so awesome.
The goblin falls to the ground, a bad wound on his chest, but you can hear some lesser rapid breathings. Coming from the hole, or we don't know. Can we do perception to see where it's coming from?
I assume it's from the goblin.
Do I hear anything else?
No one speaks Goblin, right? May was
No,
supposed to
May's
speak
not
Goblin,
here.
but she's not here yet.
By the way, that 19 was perception. Do I hear anything or see anything?
Jumping into the hole might be a bad idea.
Okay, I go to the Goblin and smash its head with my gun, with the butt of my gun.
So you're gonna
I dispatch it, yeah.
coup de grace? No, that's not right. I can't remember what it's called. Doesn't matter.
How much damage is it?
It should be an improvised weapon, so...
Yeah, I don't know how much it is.
What's a regular mace? I can tell you that. Because I think that's what it's supposed to be. Should be,
Like a club or something.
1d6.
D6?
Yeah, that's a standard light mace.
Lol. Should be enough. If it's not enough, I just continue to beat him until he's dead.
It's just done. Don't take me about 10 minutes.
Still dying.
Yep,
Okay, my turn.
Seriously? Yeah, it's like you're all gonna come and join me to hit this guy.
Yeah, yes. I'm gonna do coup de grace.
And you fail. Oh, really? Really?
Well, it's damage, so yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like, -10 is enough to kill.
We just got deleted.
Derezzed, in fact. Ah. Bequeath. Solo XPs.
Probably not worth much experience. Ooh, 100.
It's part of the story, I figured, so there probably is XP attached.
Well, yeah, I didn't think it'd be nearly 100. I was expecting like 50. I mean, one guy.
Yeah, I'm
but
almost halfway to level 2, which is nice.
yeah, I'm 80 away from half.
Oh, you know.
Vermont gets stuck in the hole. Well, of course he does. Oh dear.
How big is the hole? If he's stuck, I assume it's not that big.
I mean, just big enough for a person.
How deep is it? Did we see that before Vermin jumped in?
Nope. We didn't check. So Vermont is stuck in the hole. I'm assuming like at his waist or his arms. I'm gonna laugh a little. And then I'm gonna grab my head and bitch about my head for a moment.
My guy basically just shakes his head and goes, "Oy vey."
Really? Oy vey?
Why not? You can't be
don't
Jewish.
I don't think that's the language. I don't know if they have that language.
Okay, strength or dex. I'm going to go strength. That's strength.
If that doesn't work, I'll assist. It probably won't help much, but don't really want to leave the dude in the hole.
Well, that'll teach you for being an idiot. Next time, lay off the cakes, fatso.
But you'd think the hookers would help him lose weight.
Right. Now, you know, putting my gun over my shoulder again, I proceed to exit the building and turn back and tell the others, "Are you coming?"
You're gonna ask for a reward, aren't you? Somebody is.
I'm going to first tell the lovely wife of her husband's untimely demise. I'm not that cold-hearted. And I don't know about you guys, I'm no expert in goblin knowledge, so I don't know the significance of a little hole.
It should just be a hole it was hiding in, literally. Nothing significant. Like, it fled the battle. Hid in the hole. Maybe the kid was using it to poop. I don't know.
Dude.
Weird thoughts. I'm gonna smack Vermont again. And
I saw that coming.
yeah, just smack him in the back of the head. Should I do a roll for non-lethal damage? Because that one might be hard.
Vermont, because he's,
Vermont.
you
Smack
know,
him in the back of the head.
he's hitting on a widow.
He's
That's
attack roll. Do I add strength to it or dexterity or what? Just normal melee attack roll.
Hey-ho.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna use my.
okay. I can activate for 1 round and
14. Since I'm not trying to do damage.
it's the harder DC now because you're not trying to do damage, you're just trying to harder.
No, I'm just trying to make contact. I don't care about pain or anything. I say he doesn't get any AC. You know, no armor AC, nothing.
He probably makes contact but doesn't do any damage.
I'm not trying to do damage.
Yeah, no,
I'm just
that
trying
seems that would seem fair.
to touch AC. All right. Yeah, no damage.
Yeah,
Just teaching him a lesson. Gotta stop.
This debacle going on, I step forward and I go, I know it's a lot, but would you please come with us? We'll go speak to the sheriff about this and we can make arrangements.
And I apologize for her loss and yada 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 priestly mumbo jumbo for her kid dying.
The husband's still upstairs. What the fuck? I didn't drag him out.
Yeah, but Vermont told her.
So she just ran into the house? Fucking women.
It wouldn't be upstairs. It would just be, in the hallway. I'm assuming we dragged
That's
him
where
in
we
the
left.
hallway.
Yeah, that's where we left
Maybe
him.
maybe it's a long corridor from the front door.
Wait a second, upstairs? There's only 1 floor.
I know.
Yeah, I know,
I'm
that's what I'm saying.
hung up about this upstairs deal.
I think it's because you live in a small
Oh.
country.
I think it's because it's a Spanish thing, right? I'm thinking Spanish. First floor is technically 2nd floor.
No, nope. He's just wrong.
No, it is true in Europe. Technically, it's ground floor, first floor.
Yeah. Well, really?
Yeah.
Well, here in America, it's 1st floor, 2nd floor. No
I know.
ground.
But we call the floor that's on the ground floor.
I always thought ground floor and first floor were the same.
Yep.
Okay.
The more you know.
All right. I'm fine with it being ground floor.
Okay, the sheriff appears now. I now talk to the sheriff and proceed to recount what has happened.
And I totally offered to do the service for the guy getting buried because I'm a priest and I can do that. Also, I cast Rebuke Death, right? So I need to take off one of my tickers.
I stare at Vermont go, you do know he died, right?
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, we didn't save him.
Yeah, fuck, the family was already out of the house. The husband saved the family, we did jack shit, we killed the goblin, that's about it.
Yeah, we killed a goblin. We didn't really save that many things. God damn it. Your work ethic is terrible. It's like mine in real life.
I just said I'd tell him the whole story. That's
Yeah, you said
literally
that
the
before
first thing I
Vermont
said.
typed.
I just noticed there's actually a street called Whiskey Street. It's right next to Rum Street.
Oh wow.
I think there's a Rat Street as well, Rat Alley.
Oh, the Shark Alley. Some interesting names.
Bishop Street, Prickleback Lane. That sounds terrible, by the way. Just, oh yeah.
Festival Street.
It's a sad story. Such a young man, dead in such a ignoble way.
I'm guessing he fell in a cactus.
Oh, he did save his family. I reckon, he would be content with his fate, knowing that.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Prickleback Street. That was my assumption, yes. By the way, I'm talking to the guy. That was my assumption, yes. He must have fled after the battle. And then I'm going to go tell the widow if there's anything she needs. Feel free to ask.
You're not gonna slap Vermont to dancing while there's like the coroners are literally getting the body out. I don't know.
I'm assuming I went inside before he started dancing.
I shall arrange that the widow goes to the cathedral for a few days, at least until some relatives appear.
Or to their house, isn't covered in goblin blood.
Yeah, you probably need some cleaners in there. Do not go in there. Whoa!
Just walk in. Oh, now I got wet shoes again.
Having done all this, I asked the sheriff
For
any more leads or news on the goblin attack from a few days ago. I inquire about what he knows about the goblins, basically.
You okay?
We know that someone opened the north gate, but not much I can share for now.
Sounds like
Do you guys want to go check
I
out the
casually
North Gate?
start walking with him going, interesting. Pray tell, do you know, who was on guard at the north gate? Could have been one of your men? I'm sure you are, but I think you can appreciate the privileged information one gets being an outsider to this fair city.
You'd think you'd get less information being an outsider.
I know, because people, are sort of, realize that you might be gone tomorrow, so they're not as careful around you as they would be, in front of other people they know live here.
I don't know what the bluff check was for.
you can see things from a different perspective.
I know, but it doesn't. I don't know if we need a bluff check for that.
It'd be diplomacy, if anything.
Yeah, it sounds more like a diplomacy check, but slightly.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna press further.
Alright,